The desert road stretched endlessly beneath the burning sky. Across the vast land between Mecca and Kufa, a small caravan moved steadily forward. At its center was Hussein ibn Ali, traveling with his family and loyal companions. The journey was difficult, but the purpose behind it was clear. Hussein believed he was answering the call of the people of Kufa. Letters had come in great numbers, promises had been made, support had been pledged. And although many had warned him to be cautious, Hussein had chosen to continue.
He was not traveling as a conqueror. He was not marching with an army. He was moving with his family, his children, and a small group of faithful supporters. This alone showed that his intention was not war. His intention was responsibility.
As the caravan moved deeper into the desert, travelers coming from the opposite direction brought troubling reports. They spoke of unrest in Kufa. They spoke of fear spreading through the city. Some reports suggested that the political situation had changed, but the information was incomplete. Nothing was yet certain. Hussein listened carefully to every report, weighing every word. The road ahead was becoming less clear, yet he continued, because turning back was no longer simple. The journey had already begun, and soon, the truth about Kufa would be revealed.
There is unrest in Kufa. Fear is spreading through the city. The situation, it has changed. But nothing is confirmed. Nothing is certain. I hear every word, and I weigh them carefully. The road ahead is no longer clear.
As the caravan moved forward, the atmosphere began to change. The land grew quieter. The travelers became more alert. Then, one day, devastating news arrived. The messenger brought word that Muslim ibn Aqil, Hussein's trusted cousin sent ahead to Kufa, had been killed.
Muslim ibn Aqil has been killed. He was betrayed in Kufa.
Ya Allah.
The news struck the caravan like a storm. Muslim ibn Aqil had been sent to confirm the loyalty of the people. His letters had brought hope. Now the truth had emerged. The support in Kufa had collapsed. The promises had vanished. And the one man Hussein trusted there had been martyred. For everyone in the caravan, the meaning of this news was clear. The city they were heading toward was no longer waiting to welcome them. The path ahead had become dangerous. Some of Hussein's companions urged him to reconsider. They argued that the purpose of the journey had changed. The support they expected was gone.
The invitation that had called them forward was no longer real. But Hussein paused and reflected.
He understood the danger fully, yet his decision was not based only on the people of Kufa. It was based on principles. He could not simply surrender to injustice. Even now, even with the danger growing, he believed that standing for truth required courage. Some companions, realizing what lay ahead, chose to leave. Hussein did not force anyone to remain. He gave them the freedom to depart. Those who stayed did so knowingly. They stayed because they believed in the path they were on.
The people of Kufa may no longer stand with us.
My decision was never based only on them.
Then why continue?
Because truth does not change when people abandon it.
The danger grows with every mile.
I know the danger.
Then we can still turn back.
To surrender to injustice is not the path of truth. No one is forced to remain. You are free to leave.
We stay by choice. We believe in this path.
Then we move forward together.
Not long after receiving the news, the caravan encountered a new threat. A military force appeared on the horizon. Dust rose from the earth as armed riders approached. This was the force led by Al-Hurr ibn Yazid al-Tamimi.
Their mission was not yet to attack. Their mission was to stop Hussein. When the two groups met, tension filled the air. Hussein and his small caravan stood facing armed soldiers sent by the authority of Yazid I. Yet despite the danger, Hussein remained calm. The soldiers were thirsty after their journey in the desert. Hussein ordered that water be given to them. Even in the face of threat, he showed mercy. This moment revealed his character. He did not respond to force with cruelty. He responded with humanity.
After this encounter, the commander informed Hussein that he was under orders to prevent him from returning or moving freely.
The caravan would be escorted under military watch. This was the moment the truth became undeniable. The journey was no longer voluntary. The road ahead was being controlled. Hussein's group was no longer simply traveling. They were being directed. The freedom of movement was gone. The trap was closing.
Under the watch of armed soldiers, the caravan continued across the desert. The destination was no longer Kufa.
Instead, they were forced toward an isolated land, a barren place with little shelter, a place that would soon become known across history. That place was Karbala.
We are still moving, but not by our own choice.
The path has changed, but the journey continues.
This is not Kufa. Then where are they taking us? To an empty land ahead. What is this place?
This place is Karbala.
When Hussein arrived there, he looked at the land before him. Dry earth, open desert, no city, no welcoming supporters, only isolation. This was where the caravan was ordered to stop. Here, in this lonely land, Hussein and his family would remain surrounded. The promises of Kufa had disappeared. The journey that began with hope had led into confinement. The realization was complete. They had been drawn into a trap. Yet even now, Hussein did not show fear. He understood that the days ahead would be difficult, but he remained firm.
The people with him looked across the desert, sensing that something immense was approaching.
This was no longer a political journey. This was becoming a stand of faith, truth, and sacrifice. And as the camp settled in the land of Karbala, enemy forces continued to gather. The desert was growing quieter, but beneath that silence, history was moving toward one of its most unforgettable moments. The next chapter would not be about travel. It would be about siege. And the darkness of Karbala was only beginning.